Good morning. Good morning. This is amazing. This is amazing. My name is Jennifer Tom, and I'm with my favorite person here.
Darlene Riddle.
And we've got our coffee. Please grab your coffee. It's Wednesday. It's Grief Talk. It's time to share about lessons learned through life and loss. And we are excited because this month we've had a theme on
relationships,
and it's been going amazing. Like darling, like last week we talked about relationships with self, and that was powerful. Thank you so much, our friends, for all your comments, everything you shared with us, and we loved it. So today we're here again, and today it's relationship with your partner. Favorite topic ever.
Yay.
I warned Chris. I said, "You just wait." This is about relationship with your partner. How do we do that? And before we start, we just want to make sure because we have different people watching from different groups, and we have a new group. If you haven't joined us, please check us out at Living Beyond Loss private group.
Yes.
And this is, darling, do you want to talk more about it?
So this is our Facebook group where you can come and join, and we have posts, we have more interaction. You can share, we will ask you questions. And we will, come and join us. And we have lots of exciting people in the group. Thank you for everyone who's joined so far. And hopefully you have time to watch this broadcast, but we are just excited to see the people who have joined and who want to learn and to share stories about grief and loss and learn together.
I love that. And we figure out about darling. We always say everything is figure outable. Yes. Because even as we started, we're not experts on technical stuff, but every day we improve and we get better. We bring you content that's relatable. We share our stories, we share lessons learned. So please join us. Right now, I'm just trying to get the group on our feed, but it's not working, but it's so good. Let's just get to the point. Yes. Relationship with our partner. And I am so excited because we've got some juicy nuggets for you. So let's start with a quote because it's like my favorite thing. Okay. And Darlene has an amazing quote to share. Please give us a thumbs up if you're watching us. Give us something so that we know. I can never see who is watching, but I know you're all my favorite people. Thank you. And here is our quote. Do you want to read it, darling? Because it's so powerful. I love it.
Okay, so this is from William Shakespeare, A Midsummer Night's Dream. And it says, "The course of true love did never run smooth."
That's deep. Darling is always so deep. Like the course of true love did never run smooth. How true is that? So there is no smooth relationship.
No.
And as we share about our relationships with our partners and with our friends, it's never perfect. But if we are intentional, we can make it work and work better. So before we dive in, I am so excited to share 5 types of relationships that I learned from Jenny Carter. You guys, we're going to post it. You need to follow her. She has amazing content. And she says, if you know the type of person you were in regards to relationships, it makes more impact on how you deal with others. So she shares that there's 5 types of relationships. So as you listen to this, please identify where are you on this. So for example, the first kind of relationship is the kind of person who is a caregiver. So my question to you, are you a caregiver? These are people who always want to help. They pick up, they just want to help you. They give so much. That's a caregiver. The second So the next one is alpha. I'm just gonna keep going because oh my goodness,
There
I'm
we
so
are.
excited. Alpha is if you're the kind who is an alpha, you have that type of personality. It's like a personality test.
Okay.
But in regards to relationships.
Okay.
That makes sense, darling. Oh, yes. Okay, the second one is alpha. And these are people who make decisions. They want to make decisions. You're in a relationship with a partner and you're the one who makes the decision.
Mhm.
Guess what? You're an alpha. How many of us are here? The next one is a parent.
No.
There are people who just you follow up your partner and you're asking them, did you pay the bills? Did you pick up your shoes?
Mhm.
Please do this. Did you sleep well? Did you? And that's the type of being a parent.
Okay.
And then the fourth one is codependent, where you even leave yourself and become one with your partner.
Okay.
Codependent, that's is big. And then there's a push and pull. These are people who like drama, conflict.
Mhm.
It's like this.
Mhm.
So the key here is if we identify
Mhm.
our personality in regards to relationship.
Mhm.
Are you a caregiver? Are you an alpha? Are you a parent? Are you a codependent? Or are you a push and pull? That's interesting.
Mhm.
In those personality, darling, who are you? Like, even as you watch my friends, what personality do you have in that relationship? Because this is the key. When we identify that, we know how to deal with relationships. So you're in relationship with somebody
Mhm.
and they are the alpha and you know that and you're aware, you know how to deal, right?
Yeah.
Or if
Respond to
a life event happens,
Mhm.
you know how to deal. Let's say someone is a parent, that's their
Mhm.
personality, and they keep saying, they follow up and they're trying to
Mhm.
parent you. It's not that they're trying to control. That's just their personality type. They're codependent where they forget who they're. No, that's just
We won't go there.
they're just like that. Like they become
Mhm.
like their partner and the push and pull.
Okay.
So, Darlene, where are you on those five? I would be curious. We didn't even talk about this.
I know. I probably would lean usually more towards caregiver,
Yes.
taking care of people.
Yeah.
Is my making sure everybody's taken care of and everybody's listened to and everybody's
Right. So we're gonna switch this from our this kind now that we have that understanding, and we'll post more information. I know we talk fast because
we only
have 10 minutes. But we want to move that when we understand that. So how would we use that in regards to grief, darling? How does that affect us in the way when we experience a life event, a loss? How do we deal with it?
Well, grief is a unique and personal experience, and it's something out of the ordinary. So when we experience grief, we respond differently. And as partners, if you're going through life with somebody, often it's the same when you're grieving about a loss, let's say a parent or a friend. Or an acquaintance, each of you will deal with it in a different way. I think the danger is that when we're in grief or when we're dealing with things, we kind of have to expect that everybody's going to respond the same way we are. So if we are having an emotional time and crying and just wanting to talk, we expect that's what our partner needs because that's what we need. And so often we're so looking at what we need, and then we respond to our partner giving them what we need, not what they need. Mm. And when you can recognize that your partner probably will need something different than you, then you can actually understand each other, and then you can give each other what each other needs, not what you need.
Oh, it does, darling. That's deep. I think for our friends who are listening, that's so deep. Like we almost need like half an hour.
We do
to take it apart and really go deep. But we want to just give you the nugget that's so like how that works. And I have a story, a really personal story. We had a loss in our home, and like my husband and I, and it was so tragic. We lost a dear friend, a dear colleague, and we were devastated. and the shock and everything.
Mhm.
But here's the thing. My husband and I clashed so bad
Mhm.
because of this death that has happened. But this is why I really wanted to talk and talk deep and process things.
Yeah.
And the way he did it is like very light
Mhm.
and not making fun, but it's like didn't want to talk.
Mhm.
And I got offended. Or he would
Mhm.
make a comment. He would make a comment,
Mhm.
and I would be so mad about it. But after learning
Mhm.
about the types of
Well,
personalities
Mhm.
on relationships, I understood that because it's different.
Mhm.
But I wanted him to grieve the way I grieved. I wanted us to sit down, let's cry together,
Yeah.
let's talk about it, let's create this thing together. But it's like, oh, I'm gone, I'm doing this.
Mhm.
And I felt not listened to. And so what that does, it creates conflict. But if we understand, like we all grieve differently, even though you're married,
Mhm.
it helps us reduce
does.
that conflict.
Right, which then also helps reduce stress in the whole situation, right? Because it's already a stressful situation. So then when you start having conflict with your partner who's supposed to be there to support you, right? Who you're supposed to be your support system, we often cause more conflict and more risks in relationships.
Yes. So our friends who are listening, please join our group. Let's have this more conversation. This is very conversational and personal that we can share, because the statistics show
Mhm.
that conflict that happens with partners when there's a loss or a life event,
Mhm.
it's the number is up. People end up having broken relationships because of this. But here's the main reason: because we all grieve different.
Mhm.
So really, and that's deep because
Mhm. I feel like it's deep.
Right,
Yes, it's
and-
heavy, but
So anyway, we better just leave it at that. But hopefully you understand is the people's personality and the way they deal with the relationships. That's how we're different, and that's how we grieve different.
and the solution
Yes.
is to know each other, right? Is to communicate, is to know, even before the life event,
Right.
is to know your partner and maybe talk about different ways of how you would grieve
Yeah.
and how you'd feel. And so that you can actually support and actually have that conversation before the loss. So that, because we know loss is going to happen. So have that conversation so that you know how to support each other.
Yes. Yeah, that's so good. We every day we go off time. We are like 13 minutes, but we want to invite you
Mhm.
to just please share a video, share a page, join our group,
Mhm.
because we have exciting news that we are on podcast now. You can listen to the audio later, and we're gonna make this longer
Mhm.
so that we just want to serve. We're here to connect
I want to
with
give you more information, more depth. Yeah.
Yes, want to go in
Yeah.
depth and deep. And so please connect with us. We're excited about the future and what's coming. Until next week, have an awesome week, and thank you so much for joining us.